Hello and welcome to your practice. So I asked what you would like from the membership site recently, and a few of you came back to me saying that you would prefer some shorter videos, maybe to get you back into your practice or as a transition from work to home. So I thought I would put together this short series for you which is all about stability and strength in different areas of the body. So lower body, upper body, and then we're going to do a couple of videos that kind of put those two together and also focusing a little bit more on the core. So this video is going to be a short practice to help you to move into your upper body, to get into some strengthening exercises which will support your well-rounded vinyasa practice, and also to give you a lovely stretch and activation across the shoulders. They're going to have a very brief ending, no shavasana, so if you wish to add on a rest at the end of the video, then please feel free to do that. So let's come and sit comfortably. I'm quite comfortable sitting on my heels, but you might want to sit cross-legged and closing the eyes if that's comfortable for you. Just sitting somewhere where you can begin to notice the movement of the ribcage. Allowing yourself to arrive. And just taking a few deep breaths to notice the front of the ribcage, the sides of the ribcage, and also the back of the ribcage, which is a little bit more of a difficult one for some people to access. Just see if you can visualize the whole of the ribcage expanding on your inhale and moving back in as you exhale. And just visualizing the shoulder blades here. Just seeing if you can notice the effect that the breath has on the shoulder blades. Maybe you can even feel this gliding movement of the shoulder blades. One more breath here. Lovely. And then blink your eyes open and meet me in an all fours position. Just going to turn around. So, coming into some familiar cat-cow with the tops of the feet down and the wrists underneath your shoulders. Lift your chest on the inhale, and then as you exhale, you round your spine. Okay, now this is going to be familiar to most, if not all of us. So taking a few of these just to mobilize the spine, although the spine is not the focus for this short practice. So once you've taken a few of these, I'm going to invite you to see if you can decrease the movement of the head and the spine and focus on the movement of the shoulders here. So imagine that there's like a rod or something that you don't want to break, which moves from the tailbone to the crown of the head. And you can look down, forming a triangle with your gaze and your hands. And this is very subtle. It's much more subtle than the movement of the whole of the spine. But what we're doing here is getting our attention to our shoulders, the humerus right at the top of the shoulder, the upper arm bone as well, because we're soon going to be building some strength here. Now notice, keep going with this, notice if your ribs are really hammocking down away from your spine, because we always want to be supported around our waist and around our core. So bring your ribs in towards your spine if that is the case, and see if you can get this gliding movement. And if your neck is starting to ache, then it means that you're overusing the muscles in your neck. So really see if you can relax the neck. You might want to just shake your head yes and no, and start to use the muscles of the back and the muscles around the shoulder and the top of the arm. Okay, from here, come onto your elbows and bring your palms together. And again, notice as soon as you do that whether your ribs drop down, and bring your ribs in towards you. So space for both sides of the waist. And all we're going to do here is move the right palm as far away from you as you can, and then bring your palms back together. Left palm, and notice what happens with the shoulder and right at the top of the arm. Notice that you've got this turning out of the top of the shoulder without the elbow turning out too much. Okay, keep those ribs in just as far as you can go. Let's just do one more on each side. Yep, so right and left. Lovely. Okay. And then come back onto all fours. And we're going to come with the right leg extended and the left arm extended. And then from here, the focus here is in the top of the right arm and the right shoulder. So really push the ground away from you. And then from here, you're going to place the right knee down. You're going to swivel the right foot out, and you're going to come into this modified side plank. So we're going to move between those two. Lift the right leg and the left arm. Inhale. Exhale, place it down. Swivel the right leg out, and then extend the left leg, modified side plank. And notice, keep going, notice this movement around the right arm and the right shoulder, and let there be a sense of steadiness and stability. Keep going, extend the right leg, left arm, right knee comes down. Inhale to open. Exhale. Okay, just do this one more time. Lovely. Okay. And then let's place the left foot in between our hands, just to come off our hands for a moment and come into this low lunge position. And just stay here for a couple of breaths. Ribcage lifting away from your front thigh. Chest broad, arms just nice and relaxed down by your sides. Notice how you feel through both shoulders. Lovely. Okay. And then come back into all fours. And this time it's the left leg that extends back, and it's the right arm that extends forward. And this time the focus is in your left arm. So push away from the ground with your left palm, connect through all 5 finger pads, and then your left knee comes down, swivel out to the long edge of your mat and extend your right leg. So the focus is not so much in your right arm this time, it's all about the left arm. So alternating. keeping this left arm steady and open up. Keep going. Notice if anything tends to squeeze. Seeing if you can just soften around the neck and the face. And knowing that our stability is all about the positioning of the bones to help us get efficient movement in different places of the body. So just take one more here. Okay. And then step your right foot forward for that low lunge position and come off your hands. Rib cage moving away from the front thigh. Bend that right knee. Just reminding ourselves that we can move in these different ways. Just take one more deep breath. And then both hands down, and we're going to come back to a downward facing dog. Lengthening your spine, your arms and your legs. Okay. And then we're going to play around with a side plank. So move your way forwards and come onto the right hand side. So lift your left arm, one foot in front of the other, and come into this side plank. Lifting your hips, lifting the sides of your waist. Find this stability through the right arm. So just as you did when you were moving one palm away from each other, notice how the front of the shoulder can turn out without overusing the elbow. And then from here, we're going to bring right knee in towards us, and then the left leg steps back to open up the hips to the ceiling. Doing that a few times. So right knee in towards your chest, left leg steps behind you, lifting. Just bringing more body weight into our upper body here. Keep going, just do a couple more. Inhale, exhale, final one. Inhale, exhale. Lovely. Back to plank. Drop your knees. Come all the way down to your belly. Rest on your hands for a moment. Brilliant. And then this is where we get our lovely stretch for our shoulders. So take your right arm out to the side with the elbow bent. So cactus arms. And then you're going to roll over to the right. Bring your left foot behind you. And just seeing how far your body wants to go. So just getting the stretch and some sensation for the front, the right shoulder. And then come back. Okay. Lifting up. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath. And then move your way forwards to a plank and come into the left side. So lift your right arm up, coming into side plank, one foot in front of the other. And then this time, left knee comes in towards your chest, right foot steps behind you, lift your hips. Do that a few times. Left knee, right foot steps behind you. Stability through the left arm, keep going, and notice how your shoulder comes away from your ear and down your spine as well. Okay, couple more. Well done, keep going. Lovely. And then downward facing dog, plank, all the way down to your belly. Rest your head on your hands for a moment. And then take your left arm out to the side, elbow bent, fingers pointing up. Roll over onto your left hand side, place your right foot behind you and just see how far your body wants to go. Just getting that stretch and sensation across the left shoulder. Couple more deep breaths. And then roll back to all fours, and then just return to your starting comfortable seated position. Close the eyes down. Notice how are your shoulders and your upper body, how are they doing now? Maybe they feel a little bit more alive, or maybe it just feels like you can take a little bit more awareness to the upper body, the shoulders, the upper arms. Knowing that building strength and stability in our yoga practice is not just about sheer brute strength, about pushing ourselves. It's about understanding the mechanics of the body and understanding how we form efficient movement to progress. Blinking your eyes open. Thank you very much, everyone. I hope that was useful. Enjoy.